thing is the real deal.
Oh yeah. Yep. Things just like breathe
Told you to
through
prepare
it.
at the office.
Where's it bothering you the most right now?
It's not my mouth. I feel a little dizzy.
Like in the back?
No.
Back of the throat?
Yeah, in my head.
Yep. Yep. Hey, what's going on, everybody? For Clean and Simple Marketing, I'm Zach Osendorf, and you're watching The Wash. It's a show where it all comes out, and today I'm joined by a couple of VIPs from Alliant Systems. First off, we have the CEO of Alliant Systems, Mayron Herrera, the Vice President, Jhovanny Rodriguez, and last but certainly not least, Eric Smith, the Director of Marketing and Sales. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
How are you?
Doing good. How are we doing?
Doing great.
Good, good. How are we with spicy food?
I'll tell you.
Some better than others.
We were at Buffalo
there-
Wild Wings last night.
Oh,
so we're
perfect.
good.
We've been training.
With that, let's hop in. All right, gentlemen. So, what is Alliant Systems, and what types of services do you offer your clients?
So Alliant Systems is a business application referred to as a route accounting system.
Come on, man, on the first wing?
I don't know what happened. I think I bit on it the wrong way. So it's a route accounting system. Manages everything in the back office for a laundry or commercial laundry from the time that you have a new customer, input that customer, all the way through stockroom, inventory, tracking all the items, all of the billing, routes, and Eric would be able to help me a little bit with that.
All the way through renewal, and then start that process again.
Absolutely.
And go through that cycle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's, the way that we like to call it is, it's the business management system that basically allows, to operate the business.
Perfect. So if you're in the laundry industry, it's probably a really
is
good
what you
thing to
wanna
have.
use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Cool. How was that one? Good? Bad? Ugly?
It's pretty tasty, actually.
Tasty.
Tasty?
Yeah.
You'd
It's
have
gonna
this
be
on
a-
like a Friday night at the bar or
This
something
will be
like
the
that?
highlight
Yeah.
of my day.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep moving.
I think it almost same level as the first.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little bit of fruit
Yep.
left in that. That's the peach one. That's a habanero peach one.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're
good.
kind of teasing, working your way up into the heat level. So, all right. So how did each of you get into the laundry industry? Myron, we'll start with you.
Yeah, so Jhovanny and I started Cinetech Solutions, which is our IT company, in 2004. And one of our staple customers was Unitex, a textile out of New York. And the Poltak family were very instrumental to get us involved in the industry. So we attended a lot of the industry events and things like that. And that kind of got us kind of in love with the industry. We try to help in terms of educating the industry about technology and stuff, all the way back to 2004, where technology wasn't a big deal so that was the beginning
Right.
stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say that, that was instrumental for us to not only do the IT for that customer, but also, get involved with organizations like the DRSA, and, Myron had the opportunity to be part of a couple of the committees and be the chairman of the IT committee for some time. And it was an industry that we didn't know at the time, and an industry that not a lot of IT companies had experience with beyond the office. So that really allowed us to kind of go beyond the office systems, computers and servers, but really get involved with, railing systems and communication with that. So that gave us a crash course in the industry, and that was about 20 years ago when we
Yeah.
started getting involved
Yeah,
with the
absolutely.
industry.
Still doing it.
Yes.
And then this guy's the godfather.
I knew about the industry. I'm a second generation supplier, and I had no interest in being part of it before I started, and it was kind of a part-time gig while I was looking for, a real career. And then next thing I know, I never left, and so happy that it turned out that way.
Yeah, some would say it's the biggest industry you've never heard of.
That's correct.
So yeah, that's the same way with me. I started in like the sports industry and everything, and I was on an internship in Boston, and all the sports jobs went away, and trying to find what I really wanted to do. Like I really wanted to be that guy working on College game day every Saturday, going to the big events and everything, but it just didn't seem realistic at the time. And then I had a recruiter here at City reach out to me, and now I'm eating chicken wings with you guys. So
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Brought us all together.
As I was walking through
Eric's
the door,
using that as an excuse to bring
as I
some
was
money.
walking, as I was walking through the door, I was thinking, these 20 years of being involved with the laundry industry led us to this.
To this
This
moment.
moment. This is the peak right here. Yes, absolutely. All right, so we're doing good, right? We're doing good, working our way up. Everybody's feeling good. We're having a great time.
Okay.
All right, Eric, I'm watching you. All right, so once people get into this industry, they tend to stay or move around from within this industry. What is the holding power of this industry, in your opinion?
Generational ownership.
Right.
I think the fact that it's very family oriented, and that there's so many third, fourth generation owners, operators. I think it makes the environment, the culture a little bit different,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like the place you want to be in. You know what I mean? I think that's really it. And we're not any. Jhovanny and I are cousins. If people don't know that, but. So we believe in that, and we believe in potentially our kids, but they'd be a part of the business in the future. So that generational thing is really ingrained in our culture as a business as well. So.
I don't know how much people within the industry realize how special and unique that is.
Yeah.
Because you don't see it anywhere else.
Yep.
And from our IT experience, we've dealt with many different industries. Our IT company was not vertically focused on one industry, even though we've been doing a lot of work with commercial laundry recently, a little bit more than before. But it really shocks me, how many of the laundry operators are multi-generational, and a lot of and I feel that there's a generational shift happening, especially now, where you have this third generation that is looking at business efficiencies, looking at technology a little more seriously, because the focus was a lot in the production side. So we're seeing
We're excited about that.
We're seeing that push, and it's really what we love to do. We love business processes and enhancements and things like that. Looking at how can we make things more efficient now that the industry's been doing that really, really well for a long time in the plant, right? So we're looking forward to being part of the generation that is going to take the back office and really modernize it.
Exactly. Yeah. I like that.
And I think it's just the people. It's amazing how many people make lifelong careers in this industry.
Yep.
And it's been 10 plus years since we've been to Iowa and
Yeah.
got to see some of the same exact people, as well as meet new people like Zach and the marketing team here. So it's really great to just see that growth and see the old and the new people.
Yeah, we have on our staff, we have a 40-plus-year-old person, 40-plus years in the industry person, 30-plus years in the industry, 20-plus, and a few 10-plus. So it's pretty. It's even being in the technology space where it's typically a shorter stay. Definitely, you can see it there as well.
Yeah, you can see the generations coming through the pipeline, and that's really cool. You don't see that at some corporate jobs or anything like that, like with the family-owned businesses and stuff. Like the core to those businesses are the family and stuff like that. And that's the same here at City too. Colin, 107 years here at City and everything like that. So yeah, it's cool when you can kind of see that coming up through the pipeline and everything like that. So
For sure.
cool.
Yeah, and prior to Alliant joining our group, we thought we had some longevity, that we were we are still very proud of the longevity that we have, but the industry really tops it in terms of the amount of time that people stay within the industry.
Yep, totally. Yeah, well said. All right, so how important is it to you that you build long-lasting relationships with your customers?
Yeah, so I would say that we've been in business for 20 years, right? Ourselves, Jhovanny and I, and the relationships have been what has made us. So for us, that's priority number one. I think that regardless of big contracts, small contract, or whatever the case is, it's important to have that relationship and nourish that through the years, because ultimately, even if at some point you have to part ways, it's important to maintain that relationship. People are people, and you wanna you just want to be like a fair, decent person. So those relationships are important, and eventually it'll, turn around. Something else will come around. So for us, it's very important.
Yeah, I think through the years, I mean, we've had some wonderful mutual mentorship that has happened. Kind of highlighting the level of relationship that we've been able to develop. I mean,
With our
there's,
customers,
multiple customers that, we can reach out to and say, hey, have you struggled with this in your business? Just like they come to us for technology advice or direction. Many times we go to them for direction. So I think it's been, that's been instrumental to our business, to be able to have that network of, we're all running a business. We all have our expertise, and I think that collaboration has really helped us as a business.
I mean, if you just look at the Alliant acquisition, I mean, the relationship with Alliant started 10 years before acquisition, because we started Cinetech started doing some work, obviously common customers with Alliant, and Eric and I know each other. He thought I lived in Jersey at the time, and we bumped into each other at a supermarket. He's like, "What are you doing there?" But it's that relationship that's built over years and compounds, and that's really what it comes down to. So when the acquisition happened, it was kind of felt at home. We knew everybody, Eric, Leslie, Jay, everybody from the team. That's really important.
That's cool. We've kind of been looking at your guys' socials and everything, and we have laundry talks. It was very interesting to me, so I just want to kind of hear what you guys had in mind with that moving forward, and where laundry can talk in the future. So
We were actually we were planning for our own conference last year, and we wanted to do some. Excuse me, I'm getting a little bit there.
Oh yeah.
So we were we have other podcasts that we do on the so we have some media team on board, and we like to share information. We feel like sharing is an important thing, being open and sharing. So we had our conference last year, and
You can hear that?
yeah, for sure. And then Eric had a great opportunity to meet with some of our attendees that were going to be part of a panel, and so he started this whole laundry talks thing, and then there were just snippets just to get people excited about what the panel was going to be about. And then that just kind of grew in terms of being able to say, it'd be great to open and share about the things that have happened over the years about in the industry, and take it from there. You know what I mean? So
But yeah, I think that there's so many people that don't have to reinvent things. There's so much knowledge. All these independent operators have so many things that they've learned that they can share and save other operators so much time. And that's really what we want to do, is we just want to share some best practices and maybe hope someone learns something and maybe has a good time, has a few laughs.
Yeah, absolutely.
for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, I would say that we were all about giving back, and I think that's a lot of those conversations. Hopefully there's something that's mentioned that somebody else is not already doing.
Yep.
And one of the things we're focusing this year is in community.
Yep.
Paying it forward, giving back, and I think that the podcast is it's a great venue for that.
Yeah.
And I think that, and I think Eric is doing a great job having those conversations. So
He's such a likable guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
Be less likable in a few minutes.
Well, through our conversations today, talking with Chris, talking with me, talking with you guys, it really is the biggest industry you've never heard of. So if you can take just a little bit from someone's conversation to just learn a little bit more that you didn't know yesterday, I like to say you want to get better 1%. You want to get 1% better every day, and if you can take that, for what it's worth or whatever, if you can learn just the smallest thing in the world that day, I think that's a valuable lesson. So
we've got that poster in the office.
We have a big canvas that says 1%.
Yeah. No, I absolutely love that saying. I'm a huge Indianapolis Colts fan, and Frank Reich, the former head coach, that was kind of his motto with everything. You come in the training camp, you do that. You want to get 1% better every day, and I absolutely love that.
Yeah, you don't have to hit it out of the park. You don't
Exactly.
have to do a bit. Just a little bit more every day. And that takes over time. It compounds.
Yeah.
So in 5,000 days, the Colts will win championship.
Yeah. 06, we're still looming. So
I would say the previous one was a little hotter.
Well, it might have like an after
Might have
kick.
a little after
Yeah,
kick.
give it a second.
I'll ask you a question and then we'll talk through it. So what is one thing that surprised you after working at Alliant? So something you just, you came into the company and you're like, now you're just like, wow, like, I never realized, whether it be like how big you are now or like something you had learned along the way. What is just something that has surprised you?
Well, I think it's fascinating. Kind of traveling. We've been doing a lot of traveling, a lot of shaking hands, introducing ourselves as the new owners, and it's just the reach of the industry. With the market share that we have and the amount of customers, we always joke around the odds that we go to a restaurant or a hotel, and that's been processed by the Alliant software. It's a high percentage. And I think that there is components and areas of the software that I wasn't aware that those efficiencies were there, and one of the things that we're looking to work on is that there's a large number of customers that don't have the full understanding of the extent that the software can even take them further. Yeah. So one of the commitments we made this year is to invest in education community and make them aware of the things they don't know they can do, because we feel that they could take any piece of efficiency or any addition, 5 minutes at a time here and there. We talk to customers and hey, if you use this feature, you could save you 4 hours a day for this particular role. So we want to make sure that information is out there.
Yeah, I mean, knowledge is power, right? Yep. So, and we believe that if we can help our customers, get 10, 20, 30% more efficient through the use of, better processes, or maybe it's the software running just a little bit faster because it's got a better infrastructure or whatever the case is, it allows the organization to just, be a better organization overall. So for us, going back to the question, coming in, we knew Alliant was good, and it had features. We didn't know it had that much, because again, and this is no knock to previously, but there was not a good it wasn't explained or showed that all the capabilities and features or the possibilities that the software has. So.
Yeah. I've got one surprise, not necessarily about Alliant, but was a lot of people who've worked in the industry a long time. Most of my friends still don't know what I do.
Right.
But during the pandemic, because all of our clients are really essential services, really kind of came to the forefront. And now a lot of the people that I know and friends, they understand, whether they work in a hospital or a hotel or service industry, they now have a better, still explain a little bit, but they have a better understanding of what we're doing here. And so that's been a nice surprise in the last few years.
All right, so AlliantCon. Aside from learning and networking, what is the secret sauce that makes this event so significant?
You said it on the last question, relationship building.
Yep.
The networking is really the secret sauce. I think we're doing some things that are different in the industry now. That's also, this event for October is almost sold out, which is an amazing thing. But, ultimately is that we're focusing on allowing people to network, and be able to share. They use the same system. They go through the same struggles. Even if they're in different parts of the country or even in the world. But having the ability to talk to somebody and say, "You go through that, I go through that. This is how I solved it." You know what I mean? And that's very powerful. So I think that's the secret sauce.
Yeah.
And then they get to hang out with us.
Exactly.
There's
That's
also
cool dudes.
there's also, this event has room for owners, GMs, and people that are just using our software.
Exactly.
And in the industry, that's a little bit unique because you go to some of the industry events, and people that are just working in the office or the stock room are typically not being sent to these industry events. And so I think some of the fun of the event is also a little bit of just, hey, I'm getting to go on this trip. And,
Exactly.
And so it's just a great mixture of all levels of people in the industry. And so that's why it's, I think, partly
It's a destination.
It's a destination. It's a fun time learning, but people have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're looking to elevate the conversation a little bit
Yep.
and share. But I think that if you provide a fun environment and you create the environment where people can get together and mix and talk, how great is it if you're a service manager and you go and make a connection with another service manager from another region that you can reach out to. So
Exactly.
it's really about continuing to build that community and connecting. That really makes it special.
And I would say we have the industry's best, actually Eric said this, the industry's best dinner.
Well,
For
welcome
sure.
to my dinner party.
It usually starts with an open bar.
Yeah.
Well, we might have something. Well, I gave you some tequila.
Yeah, we did have some tequila.
All right, so we've noticed that Alliant is very active in the industry and is putting out a lot of good industry knowledge. Can you share what the strategy is behind that?
Open and sharing.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power. So being able to help others, ultimately, if we can help a customer or even a non-customer, improve in some way, it makes the industry stronger, and that's what we believe in, right? Together, we can help the industry grow. And that to me is very important. We do it the same way in our other businesses.
Yep.
We truly want to be able to share and be able to help others, because when we started our business, specifically, it was a tough time where there was not a lot of places where you can get sharing information. There was no YouTube, and things of that nature.
Yep.
So, however we can make it easier for either the next generation or current generation, whatever the case is, we want to be able to help.
Yeah.
The ramp also, in the past, all the information we've had, but a lot of those questions were going through like a traditional support, and which only serves to create more of a backlog. And so the more information you publish, that information is just out there. It's easy to find. It frees up the Alliant service staff to tackle real problems.
Exactly.
So
Yep. Yeah.
And we have some cool things that I'm not allowed to talk about, that we're going to announce at our conference, that are going to help really bring that community together.
Yep.
And I think we're pretty excited about that. I was going to say that, and I think I mentioned it before, but it's a common theme that we really want to help move the industry forward. And I think we've done that in some of our other businesses. As an example, there was a lot of struggles that we had trying to come off the ground and build an IT company.
Yeah.
So as we grew and became a bigger player, Mayron and another owner, an IT owner, as an example, launched another podcast that we have. I'm gonna do a shameless plug.
That's
it's called
all right.
It's called IT for Whiskey, and what we've done there, we're trying to now replicate in Laundry Talks, in which we basically talk about the struggles of running an IT business. So we're basically mentoring and coaching other IT providers throughout the U.S. And notice that my voice failed there, and the world on some of those struggles, because what happens a lot of times, and I've heard this from textile rental operators too. You know your craft, right? You know your trade. You're an operator, and you're very good at it. But all of a sudden, you take the realm of the business, and now you're running a business, which is very different from the actual core product or service that you do. And you'd really need that soundboard that of people that can give you that advice. You can't know it all, and I think that we're looking to bring that onto Alliant, and I think Eric it's done a great job with some of the stuff that's happening on the podcast. We brought in someone as a director of community. That really kind of shows that how serious we are about building this community.
It's a little hard.
This one kicks in the back.
Yep.
So coming in hot.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
All right, so What does the future of Alliant look like?
So at last year's conference, we talked about moving the business to being completely open in the sense of 100% API available, which means that it allows the system to integrate to other applications like Salesforce and other things like that. We talked about making it completely cloud web-based, which allows us to either have it in-house and have it browser-based, or have it in some kind of cloud environment and have that's important. I think that our mobile application does a really good job, but being able to do everything from a mobile, as you look at as life evolves in other industries and the next generation, everybody wants to do things from their phone.
Exactly.
So that's the ultimate goal.
That's good. Yeah.
And expand globally, a little bit more.
Yeah.
You might have to ask Jhovanny the question again because he was
He's
inhaling
over here just, like, going to
I
town
think
on
he
this
ate the
wing.
bone.
I think I'm okay, but if I talk, I'm wondering if my voice will be there. I think we're looking at other areas where we can help. One, as I mentioned earlier, we want to achieve a higher percentage of adoption of the technology the customer already has. I might need some help here. And in addition to that, look at other areas where our customers need help, and we're having a lot of conversations about where is there a manual process that you feel could be enhanced. And the sad part, in a way, is that as we're sitting down and looking at doing a lot more consulting, a lot of the times the answer is that's already in the software. So that's the good news, right? So what I would encourage, any of our customers listening is reach out. Don't be afraid to say, is there a better way to do this? Because the answer might be that it might already be in the software.
Right.
One of the other things that's going to be in the near future is we've got a lot of clients, and each of them operate a little bit differently. You're doing the same thing, and we get a lot of ideas, and a lot of them are good, a lot of them are better than others, but sometimes it's hard for us as a software development company to really grade and weigh which of these things do we do first. And so part of our community that we're building is going to be a interactive community where people are going to be able to vote things up or down. So there's lots of things that we can do to maybe help one operator. There's things that maybe make more sense where we can help 25 operators.
Right. Yeah.
And those are the things that we want to concentrate our time on. And so that's kind of a near future goal.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that there's still other modules or features that areas of the business that we can enhance and help by building it into the software. So those are the focuses.
Oh, this thing is the real deal.
Oh yeah. Yep. He's just like breathe
Told you to
through
prepare
it.
at the office.
Where's it bothering you the most right now?
It's not my mouth. I feel a little dizzy.
Like in the back?
No.
In the throat?
Yeah, in my head.
Yep. All right, so we've reached the last swing. You guys are doing well so far, but the industry has events all over the country. What is each of your favorite industry events to go to, and why?
I would say that I enjoyed a lot the CSC Network event this year. It was my first, and I think they did an amazing job. I'm looking forward to the TRSA annual conference that's coming up soon, so that's also a great one. And then you can't, clean is clean, so that's an amazing show.
Yeah,
absolutely. For sure.
Cool.
I'm with Mayron on that.
I got through that one.
You did. That was really good.
Yeah, it kind of keeps coming.
Yeah, it does.
I can still feel my teeth. That was good.
Yes. I was going to ask, how is everyone's teeth doing right now?
Yeah, I don't feel mine.
I think I did pretty good within the first 9, and the 10th one just punched me in the gut.
Right there in the gut.
Jesus.
It's kind of it's still accelerating.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
CSC is probably my favorite. I mean, anytime that I can be at an event with a bunch of operators, it's always a good time. And it's still, there's so many things that we can accomplish remotely these days, but the face-to-face interaction is just always a bonus.
Absolutely.
And
I might be a little biased, but AlliantCon is pretty nice.
I was going to say, what about AlliantCon?
Yeah, well, I was thinking other industry. I would say that I would dare to say that AlliantCon is probably the best conference in the industry today.
There you go.
Yep. So,
And this year's going to be pretty special.
and this year is going to be pretty special. You know, one of the things we're doing is we bring in a speaker to come in and speak that is not industry specific. So they're not from the industry. We want people to start seeing outside of the industry. You know, this speaker talks about the customer hero. And
Go for it, Mayron.
you know, we're going to talk more. we're going to the presentation is focused on the routemen, the drivers. Those are the customer hero, because that's who the end customer basically sees every day, right? That's the image of the business. So they're going to talk about. You guys are all right over there?
Not really.
What's going on? So we're gonna, it's going to talk about how to help them.
Yep.
Give the best image of the business.
Absolutely.
And I think that's important. Again, that's just like one little thing we're doing inside of the AlliantCon, and I think it's an amazing event.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, 99% of some of these operators' customers only know their route rep,
Yep.
and they don't see all the technology and the systems and the wash aisle.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so that's a big focus of this
Yep,
year's
for
event
sure.
is
Absolutely.
that customer hero.
Yeah.
At this point, we've exceeded all of our numbers of any Alliant conference ever.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really cool thing. We had to get a secondary hotel because we think we're going to fill out. We did some pre-day trainings, which is something new. So to have some people do some training.
We'll have
That's sold out. We have a wait list of I don't even know how many people. So
Yeah.
it's very popular. It's just a really great event. So,
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
almost as good as the wash.
That's the wash.
Yeah.
I would say that this is up there with any other podcast we've ever done.
Yeah. But no, thank you guys so much for coming in. I really, really appreciate it. Eric, nice.
Those
Are you
hands.
sure you want to shake my hand?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna go douse myself with soap after this because that the bomb sauce can be
This is quite a treat.
brutal after a couple hours. But yeah, no, seriously, thank you guys for making the trip to Iowa. I really, really appreciate it. And
It's been a fun time.
absolutely, thank
Pleasure's
you
all
guys.
on this side of the table.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's it for the wash with Alliant Systems. So thank you guys again. If you guys like that, please subscribe and like our YouTube channel. And thanks again, guys. Great job.
Thank you.